York Jets. Justin Tucker set to boom this one away. And we are underway from MetLife Stadium. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds. So really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. The play fake. Here's Wilson. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. So an early wake-up call there leads to a quick second and long. Another try after the first down sack. Wilson, he's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Good throw there. And I don't want to blow it too out of proportion, but he looks a lot more comfortable in his second season.
You can tell he put the work in the offseason, and what I mean by that is understanding the playbook, not just the plays and how to execute them, but how to do it against a variety of defenses. Also understands his team better, what they can and cannot do. You can see the confidence rising in him as he plays.
Certainly not what they wanted there, so the football by rule comes out to the 40. Wishing he had a mulligan. That's not how you want to start the game.
Not at all, because not only do you give up the penalty and good field position, but it just kills the momentum of your team as you start a game.
And am I seeing this correctly? They brought out the field goal team here on first down. And supreme confidence in the kicker turns to supreme failure, as that is obviously no good. And this will stay at a 7-point game. Well, that opening drive looked good for a moment there, but they'll wind up being turned away thanks to the missed field goal.
And those especially hurt when you come into a game on the road. You're trying to get things to go your way early, and now you suffer a setback right out of the gate.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Now the first running back drafted in April, this is Breece Hall. And a 5-yard gain as he's down inside the 30 to the 28-yard line.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure you're back. You spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
In motion left is Wilson. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. Hall again on second down. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be third down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
They had great starting position to begin the drive, but now they look up at a 3rd and 5. Now it's Wilson. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
Zerline's kick is up and through. So the big return had him fired up, but in the end the offense stalls out. They only muster 3.
Yeah, the excitement was there after the return, but they didn't move the ball at all after that. They didn't even get a first down.
So after the made field goal, 10-0 here early as the kick's away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. The slot man in motion right. Throwing on 1st down, it's Jackson. The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
This is what defensive coaches ask of their defenders every single ball game. Get a hand on every throw in coverage. They want the deflections. They want the knockaways. Pick it yourself if you can, but at least knock it down and guarantee it's incomplete.
So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. Jackson from the shotgun. And this one is incomplete.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Now Jackson. Throwing left side, it's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A gain of 22.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field, because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They've needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
Throwing now, Jackson on 1st down. Throw right side is complete to Andrews, his tight end. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. On 2nd down, there's the option going left. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down. Well, sometimes that option can get bogged down before the gears really even get into motion, and I think that's what we saw there.
And I think what he saw defensive end right in his face, because he looked up and he was right there. Didn't even have a chance to get going.
The Jets will bring in a nickel set as they try to stop this 3rd down. Off the play fake to Dobbins, here's Jackson. And he's got his man out of the slot, complete. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. Quinton Williams, so hard to block, and he shows it that time, making the tackle for loss.
Sometimes you get all those big guys down there in one spot, and there's just nowhere to go. And in this case, the defensive tackle used his strength and swallowed him up.
A rare misstep on that last play, because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Another run here with Dobbins. And only able to muster a couple down to about the 27. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description, because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
It's been a pretty long drive. This will be play number 9, and they need 10 yards out of it on 3rd. From the gun, Jackson. Flushed out right. And this one dropped in the end zone. Looked like a touchdown, but not to be, and now it's 4th down. So Jackson will head to the Ravens sideline, and on comes Justin Tucker for the field goal try. This from 44 yards out, left hash. Tucker's kick is good, and they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. So he missed his first attempt, remember, but this time he gets back on the bike and knocks it home.
Yeah, and sometimes that first one can really impact you moving forward. It can just stay with you too long and affect everything else you do during the game. In this case, though, able to shake it off. He's riding high again.
And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Armour-Davis. And the Ravens are going to take possession of the football. That, Charles, the first interception he's thrown here in year number 2.
And I know it's just the first one, but didn't it feel like what we saw from him last year, where he was plagued by this type of a play? And they thought that, you know, over the offseason, going into a second season, some of that would go away. Thus far, still looks a lot like his rookie year.
So 8 yards on the completion there, and it'll be second and a couple.
Let's just make this one simple. Could he be any more open than he was on that play?
And they lost him going to the outside.
Hard to believe because you go through your accounting on each and every defensive snap. Who's got who, what defense you're in. That was totally a blown coverage.
On second down, a run with Dobbins. He will push his way down to about the 14. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to 3rd down. We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
They'll try to run for it with Dobbins. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. 10-3 our score after one here on EA Sports. They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. Jackson on the give to Dobbins. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
And now Jackson will look to throw it. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. On play action, they'll throw. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
As a coaching staff, you can call just about whatever you want because you understand you have guys who reliably take away those massive shots downfield. You're not as worried about giving up the big one.
Tucker's kick is good, and that'll bring them back within 4. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal. And
anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. On first down, right back to Hall. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Well, there's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. Loss of 10 as multiple defenders get to him.
Well, that's the second time he's been sacked so far in the first half, and if they have designs on having a big year, on going anywhere, they've got to find a way to keep him upright so he can throw the football.
So now Wilson and the Jets with a 3rd and long here following the sack. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Now the Jets send on Braden Mann to punt. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. Meanwhile, Jackson's throw into the hands of Andrews. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first.
Zero surprise to see Mark Andrews receive a pass and pick up a first down right there. Not only is he one of the best tight ends in the league, he's one of the best overall players in the entire NFL. Set Baltimore Ravens franchise records last season for catches and yards in a single year.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. Jackson on first down. And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. We're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. To throw is Jackson. This one caught by his tight end, Andrews.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives him a much better opportunity to convert on third down.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. That's complete. It's Devin Duvernay. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 45-yard line. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13.
Partner, you know when we call a game, we talk about Lamar Jackson and his speed and his elusiveness and the ability to get him on the ground, how tough that is for a defense. But how about his development as a thrower, as a professional?
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Able to locate Andrews here on the out route. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
I know the halftime's approaching, but I don't think he's going to want to take a break. That's his 5th catch.
Yeah, they've really been targeting the tight end. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Now Jackson taps this forward, jet sweep. And an excellent job of finding the opening as he's got this now all the way down to the 22. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. To throw again is Jackson. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And they're going to get this down inside the 15. They'll run up the gut with Dobbins. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. This is a very impressive drive, especially when you consider where they started from to now be set up 1st and goal.
Yeah, and some nice running right there. That's what got them the first down. But at this point, I suggest open up your playbook. You can call just about what you want.
They'll run with Dobbins. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. J.K. Dobbins, an 8-yard touchdown run. And the Ravens will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. Tucker with the extra point, and that gives them a 3-point lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Final play of the half. It's Wilson. Trying to lay one up deep. And it's intercepted. It's Chuck Clark picking it off. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. This taken in at the goal line. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Hey, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. On the counter now, it's Dobbins. And he's got some space here. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 47 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries. So in jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Meanwhile, this one knocked down in the backfield. It's incomplete.
So much of this game is about leverage. We always talk about low man wins in the trenches. Well, it's like that at just about every position. And sometimes, if you lose that leverage and you're losing the battle, just jump up at the line of scrimmage and try and bat the ball away. And that's exactly what happened there.
Jackson with a handoff to Dobbins on the option. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves him with 3rd and 9 looming.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the first down marker is here on 3rd. Here's Jackson to throw. He'll take a shot for the end zone. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. But for all the deserved accolades Lamar Jackson gets for his running prowess, his deep ball, it's really a thing to behold as well.
And you'd think on 3rd down they'd just be looking for something right beyond the sticks. And I think they caught the defense flat-footed as a result, because they decided they were going to take a shot right there, and it ended up being a big play.
And that one covering an even 63 yards in the air. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Well, the opposition laid down the challenge, an opening drive touchdown here to start the second half. And, Charles, now you feel like this group needs to get an answer, because this all of a sudden is a 2-score game.
Yeah, you're right about that. What was a small, manageable spread to overcome, a little bit more daunting now. I think you're exactly right. Pressure is on, because you don't want them getting the ball back with a chance to really extend this lead out.
And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. A real field flipper there, as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Now it's Wilson. Being chased out left. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down.
The goal is certainly to try and make a big play happen and climb back into this game, but you have to be careful. If you overdo it, you could turn it over and hurt your team.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver.
And power running here down to the 6-yard line.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
Paul ought to give up the middle. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. They're going on 4th down. It's Wilson. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Jets try it, but the 4th down play doesn't work. And the Ravens are going to get the football back. Play action. Now Jackson. And he's going to go down. He backed up into the end zone, and this is going to wind up a safety.
At this point, I think it's a surprise when he isn't close to being sacked on a passing down. The amount of times he's hit the deck today, I think a lot of us are reading safety before they even took the snap. Simply a merciless pass rush every step of the game, and that rush earns a crowning achievement there.
Here comes Carter. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive.
They've got some stuff to build on from that last drive because they moved the football, CD, and then they tried to go for it on 4th down, didn't convert, probably left a bitter taste in their mouths.
I would say so, and I think that they go out in this series determined for that not to happen again. In fact, they don't want to get to a 4th down opportunity. They just want to make sure they get it done within the parameters that they've set for themselves. Run their offense, get it into the end zone. Yeah, I think a little bit of determination and a dash of anger.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
So the delay of game penalty moves it back 5. That makes it 2nd and 10. In motion left is Wilson.
Paul again on 2nd down.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
61. That's box.
They go play action with Wilson. He finds his man, complete. That's Wilson. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
A couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that can really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. They'll give to Hall. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Play action. It's Wilson. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
On 3rd down, Wilson. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. And now off to the races down the right side. And he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown.
Well, Charles, just some visibly frustrated players and coaches on that sideline right now because those halftime adjustments didn't work. The turnover problems continuing here in the second half, and the defense now sitting pretty comfortably as a result of that pick 6.
I think that's a great observation, too, Brandon, because they did make adjustments at halftime. But how about this other group staying a step ahead despite whatever happened in that other locker room? No surprise they're leading, and it's appropriate that those defenders got to add to the lead directly.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They'll go to work with a little momentum following the free kick. 1st and 10. Wilson getting right back to it after the pick 6. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down.
All right, help me out here a little bit, partner, because what I'm seeing is a passing game that's just struggled to complete anything. No rhythm, no timing. Seems like every pass is also contested well, so give some credit to the defense.
Second and 10, 3rd quarter of the season opener.
Off the play fake, here's Wilson. Rolling to his right.
And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Play action. Now Wilson.
And this one incomplete. And another throw that really could have been, maybe should have been intercepted. That would have been number 4. Instead, it's 4th down.
I think it's safe to say that he's made some questionable decisions out there so far. Forced some throws into tight coverage. He's already been picked off in this game. 4th down now, but he was fortunate on that one not to have another turnover on his ledger.
On is the punter man as he boots this one away.
On the return, Jackson. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Throwing again on second down. Jackson.
And he'll go right back to Andrews.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards. Boy, another big play late here for an offense, Charles. It certainly has had its fair share of big plays.
Coverage has been a problem all game long, and I would say that going along with that has been confidence. Because even if they had the right coverage, they've still dented them, and now it's been a real issue for them during this game.
Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
He'll swing this out to Dobbins. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
The offense on third down, they've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Jackson.
And that will be incomplete. Oh, he left that one in a bad spot, but fortunately it's just an incompletion and not picked to bring up 4th down.
Tucker's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further.
So that almost certainly the final piece to this puzzle, a 3-score lead. I don't think there's any coming back from there.
Well, you know, normally I'd get on you for giving up on the game right here, but I do think you're right in this case. This late in the game, 2 scores is tough enough. 3, I'm with you. That seems out of the question.
Braxton Berrios selected to bring it out. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And whatever promise they showed in the preseason has not translated into week 1 because they have not been particularly competitive here at home, no less. So these fans just kind of beside themselves right now.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes.
David Ojabo.
That is one that he will remember. His first career sack in his first career game in the National Football League.
So now Wilson and the Jets with a 3rd and long here following the sack.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Wilson. He's got a man. Complete.
And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
At this stage, there's nothing left to do but to keep firing. And if you're a play caller, you may go off your sheet and use some things maybe you hadn't planned to in this game. Maybe that was one of them there that worked.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Wilson.
And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Out of the gun, they run it with Hall.
As he's got this down inside the 40 to the 39.
54 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. It's caught by OBJ. And he is going to have a Jets first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert here on 3rd and 3.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And the Ravensons are going to take over at their own 28-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD. It feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
They'll send a receiver in motion left. After the interception, here's Jackson. And this is going to be hauled in by the tight end Andrews.
And he's got a first down as he's going to be taken down. But a very nice pickup there just in front of the 2-minute warning.
They go play action with Jackson. Steps away.
And oh, that nearly their first pick of the game, but it falls down to the ground, incomplete.
They're still throwing the football here, and obviously the incompletion stops the clock. That's the bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense, because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
Yeah, I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football. Oh, Jackson's going to throw it.
And looking for Andrews, but this is intercepted. And the Jets are going to take possession of the football. The one side gets an interception, but their defense comes on the field and picks them right back up by getting a pick of their own.
And I think you saw the same thing that I did, Brandon. As he ran off the field after making that play, we saw his quarterback seek him out and offer a personal thank you to bail him out a little bit as the offense takes the field again.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And now here's another interception.
Well, there's two sides to this coin. I mean, on one side, 5 interceptions now thrown for him. That's tough. But, man, this defense, they have been ball hawking and impressive. But, Charles, let's flip it back over. If you're coaching a quarterback that's struggling this much at this stage of the game, do you maybe try to get him out?
I would think about it, and I think about it awfully hard, but also you might want to look into his eyes, see what he has. He might be one of those players that you don't want to affect his confidence by actually pulling him out of the game. So you have to know your player, you have to know the situation.
Now Dobbins again on second down.
And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Let's see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down.
They'll send a receiver here in motion right. On third down, Jackson. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Coverage was awfully tight there on third down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up fourth down.
The Ravens send their punt around now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive.
Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
This duo locked in, 14 yards there, and a first down.
Let's go, let's go, let's go. Delta.
Wilson. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it. This one feels like a lost cause.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Bravo! Alpha!
In motion goes the tight end. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Wilson, now a desperation throw deep downfield.
And he's just throwing the ball up for grabs now. Fortunately, that one going to fall incomplete.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Here's Wilson. He's going to let it fly. And my goodness, another interception. It's Chuck Clark picking it off. Well, CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Well, CD, always a little extra excitement for week 1 and one of our early window games here in